Hi Capricorn, here's a general look at your solar chart for November 2012, and this is quite a progressive phase for you, but you'll be doing a lot from the background, sort of almost like incubating ideas, in preparation mode up until the 17th, and that's when Mars moves into your sign, which will really kick things off. But up until then, yes, it's a progressive area where the Sun is just now, and new contacts or more involvement with others in the same boat, as it were, or with similar interests is highlighted, and also friendships are highlighted as well, and sort of put them center stage in some ways. And this is a period when you can further something, or perhaps more than one thing, which has been on the back burner for a while, or maybe you've seen it coming from a long way off, or maybe you haven't, maybe it's a bit of a surprise. Actually, this is an area where unexpected and unconventional influences tend to be more prevalent, so you have to be flexible here. You have to adopt this sort of experimental, well, we'll see how it goes attitude. Networking is highlighted, more time spent on the internet is highlighted for some of you, and things techno may be highlighted as well. And in general, a governing factor with the Sun here until the 22nd won't be so much what you know as who you know, and what you may achieve through who you know, or what you may achieve together. A key feature as well, or other key features is are professional collaborations, social get-togethers, teamwork, and this is also a time for innovative thinking, but also a time when you may see that others are being innovative around you. Now, there's a lot going on at the moment. There's a solar eclipse on the 13th, which is going to bring new beginnings through this very progressive area for you over several months to come, Capricorn. You've lost the heaviness of Saturn being in a hard angle to your sign, and now it's in a much healthier, more supportive aspect to your sun sign. And this solar eclipse is also in a very supportive, positive, opportunistic angle to your sun sign, so that's really good, and it's all to play for in this progressive area here. The lunar eclipse on the 28th of the month gives you the green light to make improvements related to the to-do list, daily duties, work, and maybe for some of you health matters as well. So the solar eclipse, which is going off on the 13th in Scorpio, could bring new beginnings related to friendships, sort of like your social circle, and professional and personal sort of collaborations over months to come. Mercury in November is working from deeper levels, and your mind tends to become more introspective, more open to emotions and subtle energies. You may become a little preoccupied. You could find yourself sort of zoning out sometimes because your inner dialogue is getting so loud, and you could be feeling a bit torn emotionally at certain moments. And just for me to say that, just get on with things behind the scenes and try to do nice things for yourself, nurturing things for yourself, take yourself off somewhere, you know, and just get out of the box that you're in. Mercury is retrograde from the 6th to the 26th, which can mean that you don't have enough information to form an opinion or to come to a conclusion, because you feel that maybe information is scanty or unreliable. Best to trust your intuitive hunches at this time. Mercury retrogrades into the area of the Sun on the 14th and makes for a sociable time with others, even though it is going retrograde, and you may feel that interactions or kind of appointments and scheduling is a little bit sort of erratic at times. Until the 22nd, Venus is at the top of your solar chart. Authority figures, parents, guardians will tend to see you in a good light. So if any of you are in the job market, this is a good time, really, even though where Mars is, so actually between the 17th and the 22nd, I suppose, is the very best time, because Mars comes into your sign. But having said that, where Mars is at the moment, even though it might lower your vitality, you don't want to miss out on the chance that Venus is sort of raying her rather beautiful balancing light over your image and how you come across in a worldly sense. So this could be invaluable to your success, particularly through a female. It could be, and a female or a male could play a supportive role to your making a move in the right direction. It tends to be more of a female energy, really, Venus, and will help you perhaps to be or be in the right place or make the right impression at the right time. And some of you may have a more positive interaction with bosses, authority figures, parents or parental figures, guardians and guides at this time. And also you yourself could be the authority figure or the guide for somebody else, and takes a firm but friendly stand, or gives somebody else a sort of boost up the ladder. From the 22nd, friends and acquaintances are well starred, and you feel their support more. You feel the support of the group dynamic as well. Team efforts benefit from Venus's sociable, helpful mood here. Contacts new and old could be positive. Pooling forces and resources may be interesting or materially beneficial, or a relationship could center around this sort of environment where there is a group dynamic going on. But definitely Venus in the house of friends from the 22nd will bode well for you to feel that underlying support there. And you also supportive towards others. When Venus passes Saturn on the 27th, however, you may have to just rein in a little bit, be careful or take more responsibility on your shoulders to do with friends or any kind of group gathering or group dynamic. Now, whenever Saturn, your ruling planet, changes sign and house, it affects the natives of your sign. On October the 6th, Saturn moved out of the hard angle it's been making to your sun sign since 2009, and moves into the softer, more opportunistic angle from Scorpio, where it will stay until 2015. So this move will take away the limitations you felt in the area of your general life direction, where you'd like it to go, or your career. And if you want to know more about that, you can find that written up on my website. Until the 17th, Mars stays in a background area, which suggests you could be working quite a lot behind the scenes, getting a lot done there as well, maybe playing a supportive role a little bit more than usual, and being there for others, whether you're in the mood or not. And it's appropriate for you to draw stronger boundaries for yourself, and go in for nurturing, restful, relaxing pursuits whenever possible. And just a bit distracted there for a moment. Then on the 17th, Mars enters your sign, which means your energy and decisiveness may begin to increase. And there's a lot more hustle and bustle and action around you as well. It also starts to increase the vitality. And whether you like it or not, you now know the objectives, you now know what you have to do about them. You get clear about things, but it probably won't be until the 14th onwards that you get the ball rolling. Mars is about initiating new beginnings, so now you will be more dynamic and physically active and get on with what needs doing, and you can get a lot done. But definitely you'll be plunged into situations which demand energy, physical energy from you, effort, and maybe some will, maybe some leadership qualities coming in there, and to initiate things. Mars likes to be out front. Mars rules the head and likes to take the lead, and you've got to be more proactive when Mars comes into your sign, again, whether you're feeling in the mood or not. And Mars doesn't like hanging around, so just be careful that Mars's hasty inclination doesn't have you doing sort of engaging mouth before brain, or you making hasty decisions. But that's not really your scene, but you know, it has been heard of. So just watch that you don't do anything through impatience, and sleep on something maybe before you absolutely make a decision. And then from the 22nd, the Sun enters a background area, and you could be keeping yourself to yourself more there, and maybe playing a background or supporting role, a little bit more of the same of where Mars is, or rather was before the 17th. But the Sun there means that your inner life will be more emphasized, but your outer life is going to be very, very busy. So maybe you've got to be there, as I say, very busy externally, but internally just kind of sort of sitting back and being a little bit of the observer of it all, and getting on with things behind the scenes. Good news for you arty or spiritual Capricorns, because it allows you to draw on your dreams and the subconscious, and utilize your imagination and go in for healing activities even more. And that's it for November. If you aren't on my website already, you can go and find out more about Saturn and more about what the slow moving outer planets are doing. Also you might like to find the forecast for your moon sign or rising sign, because they will just add to or subtract from what I've said here. And I will see you the next time.